The Mega Punch exotic skill inside of Endgame allows you to easily farm weapon levels inside of the game without ever using your weapon. So it can be the worst weapon in the game, it can be a non-rarity weapon, and you can still grind the hell out of it, easily kill HVT eliminations and get those contracts done. It actually is really, really easy. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. Want to unlock all new mastery camos like Singularity ASAP? Check out Mitch Cactus, the biggest and the most reliable name in Call of Duty. They offer instant delivery DLC codes like Monster Energy, plus lobbies delivered in under an hour. Everything is 100% safe and legit for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Trusted by the community and seen all over YouTube, Mitch Cactus has over 20,000 verified reviews and thousands of personal vouchers. Make them the go-to for all things Call of Duty and even other games like Battlefield 6. Use code SPAZO to save 5% off for a limited time only. So when you unlock the Mega Punch exotic skill inside of Endgame, it's actually pretty OP, especially when you pair it with guns that kind of suck, or maybe guns that you just don't really feel that comfortable using, maybe just don't like them, maybe you're bad with them. It makes leveling them up super easy. Now, like every exotic skill, there is 3 tiers to this. Now, I currently only have Mega Punch 1, so if we do get the Fallout nuke to drop, we will go do that. That way we can get Mega Punch 2, but we also brought in the Akita today. Now, I currently have 232 levels out of 250. We're going to activate our double weapon XP token because using this Mega Punch, which is Melee Macchiato, will actually give us weapon XP. With whatever weapon we're holding, it makes farming these zombie kills extremely easy. It makes farming special zombie kills. Now, it doesn't count towards camos, which is kind of unfortunate, right? Because obviously you need headshots and stuff. But for terms of, say, weapon XP, it's actually really, really clutch because, again, there's some weapons in this game that in Endgame just aren't really that fun to use. Like, let's say for the NX Ravager, for example, right? You're shooting arrows, you constantly got to pick up ammo, you constantly got to go buy ammo or whatever it is, and you might not want to do that. Or maybe there's a sniper rifle, you're like, I don't really want to use a sniper rifle in Endgame, right? But you still want to level it up, you still want to get it level 250. You can with the Mega Punch exotic skill, which is actually kind of cool. Hopefully we can actually get the nuke to drop. That way we can actually get the second tier and have a little bit of fun with that as well. But essentially this is just Melee Macchiato inside of Endgame, which is definitely fairly cool. Now it's even better, of course, if you can just get a horde together. You can take them down fairly fast, I would say, because you can kill multiple zombies with just a few hits, sometimes even faster than regular weapons. And the nice thing is, ladies and gents, is you don't have to worry about getting your gun legendary, right? Like in terms of grinding, it's good to have your gun legendary after your combat rating is 60 plus. Obviously it's going to give you extra damage on whatever and anything you possibly use, but you don't really have to worry about that as long as you have this exotic skill. We can go over here. We got some more zombies to farm. We should be unlocking a new weapon level. I currently have a double weapon XP token active. That way, we can go ahead and grind some levels a little bit easier, of course. There's another weapon level. Love to see it. There's 234. We are 16 levels away from having 250 on this thing. Now, should we get there today? There's a big possibility. Are we going to 100%? I don't really know. It just kind of matters how many zombies we actually get to spawn in, because some games you get quite a bit to spawn in over here, and some games you just don't, right? I'm sure most of you guys already know. I'm sure most of you guys have already done this, but it definitely is fairly nice, I will say. I've been using this like the past 10 hours on Endgame, and it makes farming stuff so easy. Because you don't really have to worry about your gun. You don't have to worry about if your build's good. You don't got to worry about really any of that. It is relatively easy. Now, you can't do this with melee weapons, obviously, right? You have to swing your melee weapon for that to work, but with regular bullet-firing weapons, you can do this. I can definitely see this being good for grinding, say, sniper rifles, right, to get to level 250. And there's our last zombie for this horde. We can just grab that. We can go up here. Okay, we hear some fear spawning in. We can just find them real quick. We got some right here. We can just punch these fellas. No big deal. Yeah, here soon, we will take it against some of the elite bosses and see how fast we can actually take those dudes down. Although, getting it to its max tier, which would be tier 3 of the exotic skill, is going to ultimately make it better. So what you're seeing is the very base level 1 version of this, right? So overall, it's just going to get better and better and better. The more times you say complete the nuke event or kill the VTOL, which is impossible. There's a weapon XP level. But yeah, the VTOL one is impossible. Literally, I'm not saying it because I suck and just couldn't complete it. You cannot do it. They've tried nerfing it and you just simply can't do it. People don't even try to do it anymore because of what it is. It's kind of funny. It's almost stupid. to be completely honest, because you would think there would be a hot nerf like, oh my gosh, no one can even complete this inside of Endgame. We need to nerf it and release it right now instead of being like, oh, well, we'll wait till season 2. Hello, Mangler. Boom. Boom. See you later, dude. Jeesh. We can kind of get these zombies in a group. That's kind of what I find to be the best way to do this. Because you hit multiple zombies at once, right? It just takes a little bit longer if you do them one by one. I don't think we have any more fear up there. We can kind of hop back over this way. Anything spawning in over here? Zombies, fear, what do we got? Nothing. Okay, well, hey, we do got some. Nice. Well, we're kind of waiting for this nuke event. The amount of games I played and actually had to just straight up exfil because of the VTOL event spawning in, because again, it's impossible to do, just so I could get this exotic skill is actually kind of crazy. There's another weapon level, I'll take it. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, we can go over here. We got fellas over here killing some zombies, doing something. I'm not exactly quite sure. Looks like they're kind of running over this way. We'll just kind of follow them. No big deal. Anything, we can kind of run down here. If you can hear your game well, you can pretty much hear whenever the zombies spawn in. Here we go. We got some right here. Nice. Boom. Okay, that was not what I wanted, but we killed a few. And this horde's dead. Love to see it. Yeah, we should be getting the notification in the next 2 minutes if it's either going to be the Fallout nuke or the VTOL. Unfortunately, they took the Z-Rex and stuff out of the cycle, which sucks, right? But it is what it is. What are you going to do? They'll probably add them in later on down the road again after the Fallout event's over. You know, I'm not going to lie, guys. I am a little bit, and there it is, Wraithwing Emerged, the impossible event. So it looks like we're only staying with Mega Punch 1 today. But I am a little bit disappointed, kind of. It's a hard thing to say, that the second Zombies map is releasing in Reloaded. Now, I get it, right? I get it 100%. There's another weapon level. Love to see it. I get that they're trying to spread it out, right? So we have content over time. But Black Ops 7 really isn't doing that well. It just simply isn't. And you would think with a game that is practically dying or in a very downward slope in terms of players, people buying bundles, people buying the game, people even remotely playing the game, you think they would be like, nah. We're releasing this season 2, even if it's a massive overhaul of content. You know, I would much rather have the DLC 2 release at launch and have those new survival maps released at Reloaded. Kind of keep it the same way they've been doing it, or they did it with season 1, right? Reloaded gets the survival maps, launch gets a new zombies map. That's how it should be. Yeah, I mean, dude, we gotta wait till March to play the new zombies map, which is just, it sucks. It really does. And I know some of you guys don't mind it and you guys kind of like that they're doing that, but in my opinion, it just isn't really the smartest move, I think. But hey, I don't work for them and I don't work with them, right? So I'm sure they know a little bit more than what I do and what we do. So we just kind of got to wait for that, right? Maybe they'll change it. Maybe they'll be like, oh man, the feedback has been pretty bad. We will change it to season 2 launch, but it's coming up. I think season 2 launches early February, like the 3rd or something like that. But we have grinded a few levels just killing these zombies with this Mega Punch. I guess we can go ahead and start doing some of these elite challenges if we can actually get them. There's a lot of people down here. I guess we could head up here into Lowtown. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea. There's not really many people over there as well, so we could grind a little bit over there. We can drop down and do this real quick. No big deal. We can just punch these dudes. How long does it take? What's the damage like on a dog? Okay, so non-existent pretty much. But we can kill this raider right here. There we go. All right, we can go ahead and override this real quick. This will give us a little bit more weapon XP as well. Obviously, completing contracts and stuff does that. So that is also super nice. We can swing over here. We got plenty of time to do this real quick before our hidden camo runs out of, say, a charge. There we go. Frickin' get out of here, robot. Clanker. Okay, let's grab the elite over here. It's just right on the ground. Oh my gosh, bro. Can I please go over there? Holy moly, give me this. There we go. HVT location. I'm sure this dude is going to be super beefy, but this should be pretty easy with this. Hey, hold up. Let's go over here for a second. We got this prime target. This should be easy for sure. We can just drop down. Where is he? That isn't him. That's definitely not him. Where is he? Is he up top? Oh my gosh, he's always up top. Is he up top? Am I tripping? Where is this dude? That isn't it. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Go. I can't find him, dude. I cannot find this guy for the life of me. Get out of here, Guardian. We can go ahead and slam into him. I'm just trying to find him. Okay, this will be nice. All right, where is he? That's not him. 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 Bro, where is this dude? Am I tripping or what? Did this dude not spawn in? Here he is. Okay. That was easy. That was super easy. Now, this fella's gonna be a little bit more beefy, I can imagine, right? Ooh, hold up. Hold up, chat. There we go. That was super easy. But, dude, imagine having this at its 3rd tier, right? Again, ladies and gents, this is just the very first tier of this inside of the game. So this is definitely the weakest version of it. We can go ahead and do that. But yeah, you no longer have to shoot your guns inside of Endgame to level them up, which is pretty sweet. We can just kill all these zombies using this. I'm not really tripping. Ugh, Superman. Okay, we can complete this quad core site real quick. By the way, go down in the description right now, click the link over to the 2nd channel and subscribe. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers over there. The videos have been doing great. We've been doing Arc Raiders content. So if you're interested, go over there and subscribe. It definitely will mean a lot. It helps the channel grow, of course, right? But I will do appreciate that. We can go ahead and repair this. But yeah, I definitely have been spending quite a bit of time over on Arc Raiders. I don't know, I just haven't really had much interest in grinding Call of Duty. I still play it every day, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I upload every day, so I gotta play it every day, right? And it doesn't really necessarily feel like a hassle, but grinding, I just don't really do anymore. That's why I've been level 200 for 2-3 weeks still, right? Even though we've had double XP events, I just didn't even really bother. Like with the Fallout event, I didn't even really care if I got even the animated camo. It just isn't really fun right now. I don't know how else to put it, really. Takes a decent chunk out of the amalgam as well. Definitely not bad. Decent damage to him. For just being a punch that also kills zombies if they come up next to him. I actually really like this, guys. I definitely recommend unlocking this. And there's another skill inside of the game that I'm going to be trying to unlock for a video that actually allows you to get camos. That literally you don't even have to shoot zombies and you can unlock the camos. So I will definitely try and get that video out for you guys before they nerf it. Are they actually going to try and do that? I would love to see somebody trying to beat that. NPC, SoCal, we don't need any of that. Okay, what do we got? Wraith Ring inbound, yeah. We'll go over there here in a little bit, and I'll prove to you guys after like 10 minutes, they'll just still be over there, and he'll still have like all of his health. It's just crazy, because what happens in the fight is there's one VTOL that you got to take down. It's the Wraith Wing, right? But then there's 2 that spawn. In order to damage the Wraith Wing, you have to destroy both of the other 2 VTOLs, which are beefy. They're not like regular VTOLs in this game. They take forever, right? And you only have like 6-7-ish minutes to complete it. It's brutal. It really is. Most of the time people try it and they just end up exfilling because it isn't possible. They're not going to beat it. But maybe these guys will. Maybe this will be the very first game that they will actually beat it. Although I don't know where it's at. There's level 241. I think it's up here. Yeah, there's literally one guy. Good luck. That is not happening. Okay. There he is right there. Let's go. We're going to end him. Don't worry. In. Ugh. 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 Dead. Get out of here. Nice. Oh my gosh, bro. This exotic skill's so good. You know, that's one thing about Endgame is once you max out, to be fair, once you get level 60 plus and you get a few exotic skills, it's nearly impossible to die, and that hurts the game mode, but it also kind of helps it. It's interesting. It very much is, right? But it definitely could say get boring for a lot of people because that chance of dying is very slim to none. I can fight a lot of enemies and get absolutely spammed by a lot of enemies and not really die. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that inside of the comment section below. Do you even play Endgame? I know a lot of people don't. Ugh. Especially after getting Genesis. A lot of people kind of are just like, I'm good. There we go. We can now drop down. We only need a few more levels to max this thing out. We do not want the dog escort. That thing is crazy. It takes forever to complete that, dude. It actually is kind of nuts. We can swing in here real quick and go ahead and do this. Not too nasty bad. We've only been in this game for a little bit, man. It hasn't taken this long at all. There we go. And one final punch. There we go. Nice. What did we get? Legendary guns, of course. All right. Do we have anything else? I was hoping we could get another little HVT right here. That would be super nice. Of course, we can just wait for what we just did to respawn, because it will. But we need 8 more levels, and then we'll have this thing max. But yeah, I mean, usually we get a lot down here, but I think they kind of nerfed that strategy. How's the VTOL thing going on? Yeah, he is not beating that. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work, which is so actually stupid. Come on, dog, don't shoot me. Please, leave me alone. There we go, there's one. We can head over here to the next one, and we can overcharge this. Then we can venture off into another contract, keep getting this weapon XP. Nice, 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 nice. And we can shoot over here. Can we please get the elite contract to spawn in? That would be so awesome. But I don't think so. I guess we could go to this guild check. Oh, we just got it to spawn in right next to it. Let's go. Okay, there we go. We can head over here and do this real quick. These 2 contracts should give us a whole weapon level. We still have our double weapon XP active, of course. We activated an hour. We've only been in this game for, I don't know, 15-ish minutes or so. Hasn't really been too bad. There we go. There's a punch. There's a punch. And there's a punch. And there's a punch. Nice. Okie dokie. Nice. Did we get a weapon level from all that? Yes we did. 243. Nice. Looks like we're going to have to start doing some of these other contracts, though. We're not going to be able to keep us getting these HVTs. We will, but they kind of take a while, so we can't really rely on them to just solely get us to 250. On HVT. There we go. There's 12k. Oh, it actually does 24,000 damage, by the way. We're getting 2 damage hits with 1 punch. Let's go over and see how these guys are doing on this Wraith Wing. I would love to see them complete it. Ideally, it's not going to happen, but we can go check it out. Yeah, dude, the Mega Punch is so OP inside of Endgame. I definitely recommend getting the exotic skill, as of course, you can level up your guns, you can complete elite contracts with ease. It is super duper easy to do. Now, please, you got to be 60 plus, right? You just got to be. Very, very easy to get there. It's not really too big of a grind to get to a 60 plus combat rating, right? And once you're there, it's fairly easy to keep said combat rating. But again, it definitely is pretty OP for the guns that maybe you just don't like, maybe they suck, right? Sniper rifles, if you're just trying to get levels on them, it can make it a lot easier. It 100% can inside of Endgame. So again, grind it. Defeat the Wraith Wing. What is his health? Let's take a look at this, right? They've been over here 5-ish, 6-ish minutes, right? A little bit. Let's see, what do we got? So we got a VTOL right there. Oh my gosh, I am literally getting melted. I cannot see a health bar. I think this dude's just literally fighting AI, which is so unfortunate. We can just punch them all, get them all out of here, help this dude out. Yeah, I can't even see a health bar on this guy, which is just unfortunate. But you have to, there we go. Look at how little health they have done on the VTOL after being here for a while. You have to destroy these, and look how long it takes, bro. They're literally, I kid you not, this is like fighting 2 Z-Rexes and then also fighting like 10 Z-Rexes in terms of health. It just needs a massive nerf, it really does. I mean, realistically, these should have the health of a regular VTOL in this game. They shouldn't be super duper beefy to the point where you can't even complete it, right? If you've played Endgame and you've attempted it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is brutal. I don't think anybody has actually beaten this yet. Like, literally anybody. Oh my gosh, what a beefy Titan right here. Come on, get out of here. There we go. Good old Mega Punch. But yeah, this isn't going to get completed this game. We can go ahead and hit you. Like, they only have 3 minutes left, bro. Oh my gosh, get me out of here. They only have 3 minutes left to do all that. But we're going to skip out on that because we're not going to take the L and lose our combat rating. Of course not. That would be a foolish move. See, this is the problem with the exotic skills right now. It's either this or the nuke from the Fallout event. And, well, the nuke barely ever happens. So many times you have to just leave your game because of this actually being in the game. You can't get an exotic skill that match. So it is super unfortunate. Hopefully they do nerf it soon. Not season 2, like today or tomorrow, or maybe even the next day. But if they wait till season 2, that is a massive L on their part. But guys, unlock the Mega Punch exotic skill inside of Endgame. It makes literally everything easy, as you guys just seen throughout this game. Tier 4, easily bopping HVTs, blue contracts, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I definitely recommend giving this a shot inside of the game. That way you can kind of grind everything and stuff. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you do happen to enjoy this video or this video helped you out and you're going to use this, feel free to leave a like down below, as it's going to help the channel grow a ton. It helps the video kind of reach the algorithm a little bit more. There's 245. Nice, so we can kill this Cradle Champion. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, nice and easy. Okay. And there we go, we can exfil. But thank you guys again for watching this. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support here on the channel, especially on a game that is just unfortunately not in a good state. And it's not even really necessarily the game, it's just Call of Duty in general. Like, just Call of Duty. It's not even just Black Ops 7. But adios, amigos. Have a good day. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.